Hey guys, this is Robert, aka Kilted Gardener, and also under the Kilt Farm on Steemit. I just wanted to bring you guys along. I'm going to show you how I transplant my pepper. I'm going to overwinter this guy. He's been really productive. He's on his second set of ripe peppers. I'm going to clean him up a little bit, and then I'm going to put him in this big old gigantic pot. But I'll bring him up and show you what I got. We'll take off the peppers and we'll go from there. Alright guys, give me just 2 seconds to bring him up. He's a bit heavy. Alright, so we'll bring in those peppers. Let's see, they easy to come off. Not too bad. Some little peppers there. I'll take a picture and try to throw it in the end. But I think I'm going to use my knife just because it's a little easier to get to. There we go. Got a good little harvest. Maybe I'll make some hot sauce. Some fermented hot sauce like Blake over at Daddy Curbs. This one's already starting to rot. Go figure. I'm also probably going to take off some of these lower branches. Put this knife back. It's not helping. So let's see here. Get these off. And I've heard these are Scotch bonnets, but somebody else has told me different. I think they called them a Marzano. I'm not too sure. As long as they're a little bit spicy, I'll be happy. I like spice, so that doesn't matter. Be as hot as whatever. HE double hockey sticks. Let's make it kid friendly. Come on now. So. And it's already still producing new peppers. So it's doing all sorts of goodness. Oh, I missed a little dinky one. So we're talking about 15 peppers possibly. It's not too bad. And it's got a ton more to do. Let's see. Put these over here for now. So I got this out of a compost, and this pepper's just been doing really well. Next thing I'm going to do is probably clean off a couple of these little branches here and such before I transplant it, just to give it a little bit of air. So this branch is going to go. I know, I could use a pruner. There we go. Get rid of that. Off some of these others. It's already starting to form bark, which is amazing. A lot of people don't know peppers will form bark. I'm almost tempted to take that off just because of how low it is and then let this flush out. And I might just do that and try to root this. It's only got one pepper on it, so let's see. That'll actually in turn work out pretty good. It's got a couple, but we can ferment those too. And we got a larval sac of something here. Maybe Drake can figure that one out. I'll leave that with Drake and see. Maybe she can contact me and let me know what host on peppers. So I'm just going to take some of these yellowing leaves off because it's going to flush back out once I get it into this big pot. Something's been chewing on it. I think it's snails. kind of a pain. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry, I had a visitor walk down supporting politics, which not a big deal. I'm fine with. He was giving me some info about the politicians in this area and asking for some advice for what we want in this area. No big deal. Sorry about that. So if I have a strange look on my face, that's why. If I can edit it out, I will. I'm just explaining myself. So, like I said, I was just cleaning up these yellowing leaves and dead pepper, flowers, get all that out of here. There we go. About there. And this will reflourish. It's, like I say, peppers are resilient little things. I'm almost tempted to strip it down completely, but I'm not going to. So, let's see what I can get out of here. This thing's already got a trunk going on it. Got the bark of a tree, basically. Try to pull some of these weeds out of the top of the surface here. Get some of these unhealthy leaves out of here, because it's got new leaves coming already. So once I mean, I'm not going to get them all now, but I'll do my best to get most of them. Because I'm also going to give it a little bit of fertilizer and some nutrients, just to kind of give it a boost. These holy leaves I'm trying to get, they're the ones that I'm worried about the most. But it'll flush back out and it'll look pretty. These will die back and fall off. It's just, I think it's getting too small for this pot, and it's time to give it some new life. I'm going to leave this little guy on here for now. It's got a couple peppers to finish off. I'm looking to see if there's any branches I just can't deal with. Most of it's looking pretty good, actually. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I'm hoping you can see it pretty well. It's a pretty big plant. But we're going to get some nutrients into this, make it feel a little better. I'm curious to see the root system on this thing. See if we can get a good image of that. Hopefully y'all can hear me. And hopefully I don't have any more visitors. For today at least. Not hurting my feelings though. People gotta do what they like to do. And we can all vote with our voice and money on how we want things in this country. So, it's the one thing about being an American, we've got rights that most people don't have in their countries. So, don't take it for granted, guys. Thank your veterans. You don't have to take my advice, of course, but thank your veterans. They do quite a bit for us. Whew, a lot of dead leaves on this thing. Well, they're not dead, they're just yellowy. But I don't want to take too much off, because it'll flush back out and these will die off. I'm trying to get the ones with holes. I think it's got a little bit of a nutrient deficiency, so like I say, we'll do what we can do. I mean, now it looks really kind of bare compared to the way it did look, but if you can see, that's That's how those leaves look. Let's see if I can bring it a little closer. Alright. Alright, so we got it all trimmed up. Looking pretty good. And there's still a bunch of water in this thing. It's been raining, so hopefully I can get it out without too much trouble. So, got the big pot. And I've got a big thing of dirt right here. I'm gonna fill this pretty much halfway, if not more. And all this dirt that I have, I don't know if you can see it, all that is stuff I've had from school. When I went to horticulture school, we grew a lot of things, and this was all like leftover potting mix. And we used to use, I think it was called Pro Mix, and it's got a lot of cocoa peat, roots and dead stuff, as you can see. There you go. Stuff that, some foam cubes from propagating things, some perlite. It's kind of sterile, nothing major about it. So, how about I bring you back once I got it pretty full? And this stuff's pretty light, so let me bring you back here in a minute, and then I'll show you what's going on. Hey guys, I'm back. So as you can see, I got it pretty full, pretty light stuff. It's mainly cocoa peat and perlite. I mean, it's super dry. As you can see, the dust coming off. Whew. That's gonna stop here soon. So now for me, I like to put vermiculite in mine. I'm gonna put some vermiculite that retains a little bit of moisture, just to give it a little extra. So we'll see how that does, and we'll mix that in. And then I'm going to water this thing super good. I got 2 gallons of water over here. And we're going to mix up some fertilizer. Let's see if I can get it all the way down to the bottom here. Dirty. So, like I say, there's a bunch of trash in here from plants previous. Give it one more shot with the vermiculite, because that soil down there has it too. Well, let's not call it soil, let's call it media, because media is actually components that we put together as humans that makes a soil-like structure. It's actually what we in the horticulture field would call media, because it's not really soil, it's like bark and cocoa peat and peat moss. I mean, yes, it's technically a soil, but a soil is actually a living thing, more on like, what you find out in the woods behind me here. So it's got different layers, and it's got different compositions. It's rotted and broken down. It's gone through all that. This does not really do that as easily. It will break down some. Lava rock. That's not indigenous to Virginia. So, I think we got that pretty well. I'll show you a quick look. There you go. Now, I may actually take a scoop of this out. until I can get the other plant in. Let's see, do I have my little scoop? Yeah. Daisy makes wonderful scoops. I'm not sponsored by Daisy. If they want to, that's great. I like their sour cream and their cottage cheese. So we'll take out a little bit of that. And then we're gonna flip my little guy over here over, and we'll see what this root system looks like. Alright guys, time for the reveal. Let's see what happens. If I can even, there we go. Let's see if I can get over there. Look at those roots. All the way out to the edges. It's not root bound yet, but it's starting to. Coming back. Alright guys. So, I'm going to dig this out a little bit. Get her down a little bit more. And I'm not going to worry about breaking up the roots too much. I mean, I'm going to maybe take my knife. Get a little bit cut and moved. But not too much. I don't want to do too much to it. I don't want to bury it any further than where it's at. So, let's see. That's looking pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to dump this back in. Probably going to need more dirt. Let's not call it dirt now. See me? Told you not to call it dirt, and what happened? Called it dirt. Let's see. That plant's going to do awesome. Alright, so I'm going to put a couple things of vermiculite in this little thing. Then we'll put some dirt. There I go again. Media in there. To mix with it. See how that looks here in a second. Can't see me. I'm tucked away. Kidding. Now I'm going to put this in the garage over winter, guys. It may lose its leaves and come back. It may not even survive. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to get it a little bit more in here, because once I water it, it's gonna compact that stuff a little bit. And the great thing about cocoa peat and me saving all this, that stuff's pretty expensive. And I knew there'd be a rainy day to use it, so. So I hope this pepper likes its new home. Do a little bit of, don't pack it too tight. As Ray Praxis says, close your eye and poke it. And if it hurts, that's enough. That's all you need to do for the plant. Don't want to overkill it. Alright. So we got that out of there. A little more see if I can lift this thing and show you what we got. It may be heavy. Let's see. Not too bad. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can mix something for it to eat. Plant's got to eat a little bit. Move this here. Sorry guys, not super prepared here. That'll hold it. Then I'll put in a bucket here. Alright. So what am I going to feed this thing? Well, let's find out. We're going to give it some, I'm not going to say the name. If anybody wants to know, just contact me. It's CalMag, calcium magnesium blend. I'm going to make it a heavy feeding, and on here it says for a heavy feeding, which I want to do a heavy feeding, it's 2 teaspoons per gallon. So this is a liquid, and hold on, what? Nope, couldn't get it. There was a cardinal right behind me on the bird feeder, and I was going to flip the camera so you guys could see it. Alright, so hello squirrel. I'm just like Blake over there at Daddy Curbs. So we're going to put 2 teaspoons of CalMag Plus. It's a liquid blend. Yes, 2 teaspoons. So let me get this measure. We're going to put 2 teaspoons for heavy feeding. And that goes in. Just boom, boom. I would almost put a little bit more, but I'm not going to. And then I've got another one for y'all. Again, I'm not going to disclose the name of the company, you know. This is called Deuce Deuce, and it's potash, which is really good for chlorophyll buildup and all that in your plants. So it'd be all good for these leaves that I keep telling you about that are kind of getting nasty. It'll help with the plant. So for this, let's see, it says for a general application 1 to 5 milliliters per gallon of water. So I'm going to do 5 milliliters just because I want to give it a heavy feeding and get it going again. And that's not a lot. And there it is. Doesn't look too appealing. See if I can get that to come out. Alright, that came out. I personally like the liquids, and the only reason I like the liquids is because they're easier to dissolve. And then I got another one here. Again, don't kill me. It's an organic, water soluble. It's a granular, and it's an all-purpose fluid, and its analysis is 523, so it's going to get some good nitrogen out of this. I have not opened it yet, and it's per gallon for vegetables. It's 1 scoop per gallon of water, and it says feed every 14 to 28 days. I feed with every watering, if I can, or every other watering, should I say. Again, I don't like to be skimpy with my plants. They need nutrients just like we do. 1. And I will tell you, this stuff works pretty good, but if you leave it sitting around, it will harden up, and it also stinks if you leave it in the water and then try to use it in a week or so. Gosh, why did it have to start raining, guys? Alright, so I'm going to start this up, and then we'll water the plant. We'll end this video, and I will try to show you an up close of these peppers real quick too. So I'm just going to stir, stir, stir. So it's going to get a double dose of water today, just because it's raining a little bit. But it should enjoy having a little bit of food, because it hasn't had food in a while. And I got a couple other pepper plants over here that I'm going to actually dig up and transplant into a pot. So, let's see. That looks pretty good. I'll show you, don't worry. You know, the best thing to do is collect your rainwater and use that, unfortunately. So I'm making 2 gallons worth of stuff. I don't have 2 gallons of rainwater, so I just use the hose tap. Let's see. There you go. There you go. You can kind of see that, hopefully. Alright guys, so we're going to water it with my little trusty watering can. I'll bring this guy back in here. Now once I start watering, it's going to get heavy, so not too bad. And I have a drip tray under this because I know it's going to go into the garage once it gets a little cooler, which is about a month out. And we're just going to water. Y'all can see me. I'm just going around in circles, trying to get it all moist. Get a little bit of evenness going on here. And I will tell you, it takes a while for this media, aka soil. If people don't understand what I'm talking about, dirt. It takes it a while to soak up quite a bit of this stuff. And it's not like super quick to go down because it's dry right now. But once it starts getting moist, things start working in a lot easier. So for the time being, it's going to take it a little bit to get adjusted. I didn't mess with the roots too much just because I didn't want it to mess with the plant too much, but it'll break free of all that and start coming around pretty quickly. This thing was like this big in a pot over the winter. That I found it in the compost and I left it there, and all the leaves basically died on it, and I was like, oh crap, I lost my pepper plant. You know what, put it in a bigger pot, gave it a little bit of fertilizer. It was a bare stick. Now you see what happened. I abused this plant, and now it's outgrown me almost. Oh yeah, she's getting heavier. I can feel it. We're going to give it the full 2 gallons. Almost there. I want to get the soil completely wet. So the next time I water, it's not nearly as much. I can do probably like half a gallon to a gallon, and it'll be pretty good. I'm sorry, guys, I do ramble. It's probably not the shortest video, but that's usual with me. Give it one last one. I think this little water can holds about a half a gallon. I would say I was probably right. Got almost all of it out. Alright. So when we talk about media does not hold nutrients as long. I mean, it will because it's in a pot, but if you grew like in this stuff in a raised bed, it would run out pretty quick. And like that cocoa peat is sterile. They basically bake the outer husk of coconut and grind it up and press it into blocks. And that's what it is. I mean, it's a sterile coconut husks. So you don't really get a ton of benefit out of yeah, she's heavy. So we got her planted, guys. Pretty happy about that. I've been wanting to do that for some time, and it may come that once these peppers ripen up over here, I just snip, 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 and then let it re-bloom out. It will too. That's the good thing. So we shall see. I'm still curious what was eating my pepper. Sorry guys, spider rolled up in there. I'll have to find that leaf. It may have just been a spider that was in there. Well, I'll find that later. I don't want to bug you guys too long. Give me 2 seconds, I'll bring a close up on the peppers. There you go, guys. If you can tell me what those are. They're not habaneros, I know that. But we shall see. Give me 2 seconds, I'll give you a quick close-up of it, and then we'll be done. Okay guys, I'm back real quick. Just wanted to show you everything's potted up. Give you a quick zoom. There's still some peppers on it. They'll probably flower again here soon once it gets these nutrients and stuff. It starts producing some more leaves. It will probably flower again before, you know, it's done for the season. If not, it'll at least ripen these peppers, and then maybe over the winter, if I get some good light on it, it'll do it all over again. Alright guys, well, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to put you down, and I'm going to move this pepper out of the way, and I will talk to you for 2 seconds, and then we'll be done. Alright guys. Hey guys, Kilted Gardener again. Also under the kilt on Steemit. I just want to say thanks for joining me with transplanting my pepper plant. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out and watching these videos. I know they're a little drawn out. Eventually one day I will get better at maybe making them shorter. Well, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, like, and give me a thumbs up or an upvote on Steemit if you can. Follow me at Under the Kilt on Steemit and Kilted Gardener on Instagram, Facebook, and also YouTube. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting from you guys. And I also wanted to give a big shout out to Daddy Curbs over at the Daddy Curbs channel, also known as Blake, if everybody knows who his real name is. But we have a really awesome family group on Facebook, and that's the Daddy Curbs family group. So if you like what I'm doing, you'll probably like what Blake's doing, and you can join us over there on Facebook. Search it out and enjoy the time with us. We really have a great time and a little chat going on, and if you come over there and want the chat link, just hit me up on, say, hey Robert, give me the chat link so we can all chat. That would be great, guys. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out. I know it's another long video, but it's a little bit of information to get into a little bit of time. So it's quite a bit of information. But I will continue to show you progress on this pepper and show you what it goes through. If it goes through shock, if it dies, whatever it does, that's what it's for. This experiment's for. We'll see how it goes. Again, subscribe, like, or upvote on Steemit. That would be greatly appreciated, guys. Kilted Gardener out. I will talk to you all soon. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.